Let me describe something, and tell me if this sounds like your morning. You wake up, pull your do-rag off, check the mirror. Some days the waves look decent. Other days, they look like you didn't brush at all yesterday. You grab your brush, do a quick session, maybe put some product in, tie back up, and head out. Tomorrow, you do the same thing. Next week, the same thing. A month later, your waves look exactly the same as they did 30 days ago. Not worse, not better, just stuck. And that's the part that eats at you, because you are putting in work. You're not skipping days, you're not being lazy, but somehow your waves have hit a ceiling, and nothing you do seems to push them past it. I lived in that exact cycle for longer than I want to admit. Same routine, same results, same plateau, until I stopped adding more effort and started restructuring the effort I was already putting in. What I built was a daily system, not a complicated one, not a time-consuming one, that took my waves from flat and inconsistent to deep and connected in 30 days. 5 steps every day in a specific order. And the order matters more than any individual step, because the reason your waves are stagnating isn't that you're missing something. It's that the things you're doing are in the wrong sequence and they're canceling each other out. Let me show you the exact system so you can stop spinning your wheels and actually see the progress your effort deserves. Why order matters more than effort. Before I give you the 5 steps, I need you to understand why your current routine is stalling. Because if you don't get this concept, you'll treat the steps like a checklist instead of a system. Most wavers do 3 things: brush, apply product, compress, in that order. And it feels logical, but here's the problem. When you brush first and then apply product, you're styling trained hair with moisture instead of training moisturized hair with a brush. The difference sounds small, but it's everything. Dry hair resists training. The cuticle is stiff, the strand doesn't bend easily, and the brush has to work harder to lay the hair in the wave direction. That extra friction causes breakage. Then you apply product after, and now you're sealing damaged hair in its damaged state. You locked in the problem. When you moisturize first, the hair becomes flexible. The cuticle lays flatter. The brush glides through with less friction, training the pattern with minimal damage. Then you compress while the hair is still in its most trainable state. Same amount of time, same number of steps, completely different outcome. That's why order isn't a detail, it's the foundation. Step 1, the scalp wake up. Every morning starts with your scalp, not your hair. Before you touch a brush or a product, spend 2 minutes massaging your scalp with your fingertips. Small circular motions, medium pressure, covering your entire head, temples, crown, hairline, back. This isn't relaxation, this is functional. Scalp massage increases blood circulation to the follicle bed, which means more nutrients reaching the root of every strand. Stronger roots produce stronger hair. Stronger hair holds deeper waves. 2 minutes every morning is enough to keep that circulation elevated throughout the day. This is also when you check in with your scalp's health. While you're massaging, you'll feel if there's buildup, if there's flaking, if certain areas are tender or dry. That feedback tells you whether your wash day needs to come sooner or whether your products are doing their job. Your scalp talks to you every morning. Most wavers just never stop to listen. Step 2, moisturize before you brush. After the massage, while your scalp is warm and the circulation is up, apply your moisture. A light mist of water or a water-based leave-in conditioner worked through your hair with your fingers. Not soaking wet, just damp enough that the strands feel flexible when you touch them. Then seal that moisture with a lightweight oil. I use the Ocean View Juice Boost Hair Growth Oil at this step because it locks moisture in without leaving residue or buildup that's going to clog my follicles by the end of the week. It also nourishes the follicle at the root level, which means the moisture step is doing double duty, hydrating the strand and feeding the growth underneath. This is the step most wavers skip entirely or do after brushing. Moving it before the brush changes everything, because now every brush stroke is training hydrated, flexible hair instead of fighting dry, resistant hair. Less breakage, deeper pattern, faster results. Step 3, the brush session. Now you brush. Your hair is moisturized, your scalp is warm, the strands are flexible and ready to be trained. 15 minutes maximum, not 45, not an hour. 15 focused minutes with the correct brush for your current hair length. Brush from the crown outward in all directions, forward toward the forehead, sideways toward the ears, down toward the neck. Every stroke follows the curve of your head, not a straight line. Controlled, deliberate strokes. You're guiding, not forcing. The pattern develops through repetition and consistency, not through pressure and marathon sessions. If you're brushing until your scalp is sore, you've gone too far. Soreness means damage, and damage means your next session starts from a deficit instead of building on progress. Subscribe. I break down wave care at a level most channels never get to. Step 4, compress with intention. After brushing, you compress. Wave cap first for even distributed hold across the entire pattern. Do-rag on top with moderate tension. Secure, but not tight. The compression isn't just about holding waves in place. It's about training the hair to stay in its wave position while the moisture you applied earlier settles into the strand. Think of it as setting the shape. You moisturized to make the hair flexible, you brushed to direct the pattern, and now you're compressing to lock that direction in place while the hair dries in its trained position. If you skip compression or do it loosely, the hair dries in whatever random direction it shifts to next. 20 to 30 minutes of compression after each brush session is the target. If you're heading out for the day, that compression stays on as long as practical. Step 5. Protect at night. The last step happens at the end of the day, and it determines whether you wake up to progress or a reset. Before bed, lightly remist your hair or apply a small amount of moisturizer. Not a full reapplication, just enough to keep the strands from drying out overnight. Then wave cap and do-rag, same moderate tension as your daytime compression, and underneath all of it, a satin pillowcase. The satin prevents friction damage during the hours your body shifts and moves in deep sleep. Your do-rag handles compression. The satin handles everything the do-rag can't, specifically the friction that happens when your head moves against the pillow surface. Without satin, even a perfect do-rag routine loses ground to cotton friction every single night. This is where the compound effect happens. Day 1, the difference is invisible. Day 7, you start feeling it. Your hair feels softer in the morning, your pattern holds longer. Day 14, you see it. The waves are deeper than they were 2 weeks ago. Day 30, other people see it. That's the power of a system done in the right order, every single day, without skipping steps. 5 steps. Scalp massage, moisturize, brush, compress, protect. In that order, every single day. No step takes more than 15 minutes. The entire routine fits into 30 minutes of your day, and most of that time, you're doing something else while the compression sets. This isn't about adding more to your life. It's about restructuring what you're already doing, so your effort actually converts into results instead of evaporating by the next morning. Your waves aren't stuck because you're not working hard enough. They're stuck because the work was out of sequence. Fix the sequence.
Subscribe if you haven't. I put out real content every week for barbers and for the people sitting in their chairs. I'll catch you in the next one.